Hello, my name is Scott Carhoon with Trackstar USA, and today we are going to learn how to make our own medicine ball. As far as materials, you're going to need an old ball that no longer can hold air, which happens to be this one here, some cat litter, a repair kit which I got in the tent section at Walmart, pretty cheap. It's somewhere between, I think it was like $3 and $5. Some athletic tape, same price range, $3 to $5. Cat litter was somewhere around $5-ish as well. And then I made a funnel out of an old pop bottle top, and then I've got some razor blades, magic marker, and then for fun, in case we run a little short here or whatever, I've got some aquarium rocks that are left over from our aquarium, so I might try to use those as well. But otherwise, you might be thinking, what's the black marker for? What I did is I already made a pre-made mark of the cut that I want to do in the ball. I want to make a flap that's in a V shape. I'm not an engineer, but I'm assuming that if I make the flap like this in order to put the rocks in, it should be less likely to split. If I made just a straight line, that line could split over time from the ball being slammed on the ground or whatever. I'm also making my V edges go toward these seams, if you even want to call them that, because this is a completely rubber ball. But so we're going to try this out and see how it goes. I'm going to go a little shorter than this V. The angle's not going to go so wide. We're committed now. I'll just go a tiny bit wider. Gotta be careful. You could also use sand if you want, but make sure that your sand is dry and clean, because if it's moist or if there's some vegetation in there or whatever, it would probably cause some mold inside, and I think that that would be probably not the best to have inside your ball in case there's moisture in there. The goal here is I'm trying to do this without making a mess. There we go. Oops. And then also dependent on how heavy you want your ball is going to, you know, whatever material you put in is going to kind of change all that. So if you want to make your ball lighter, you're going to have to find something to fill in there. So maybe some like memory foam, like what you would put on the top of a bed, like those egg carton looking foam dealios. You could put that, some of that in there to mix in there to keep it lighter. With this right here, I have 10 pounds of litter, and obviously I haven't used all of it yet, so I'm probably around 8 pounds. I suppose if my basketball was bigger, that could work as well, but you know, I'm going to save a lot of money. This ball here with all these materials is going to be about 12 to 15 bucks. Granted that you can get a used basketball that is no good. You know, you might be able to ask somebody on Facebook or maybe Craigslist or whatever. I'll take my repair patch kit, and I've got to pretty much rough this whole thing up. Alright, so I went ahead and I rounded the edges on this thing. I used some scissors, as you can see here. And I went ahead and rounded the edges just so I can catch, in the event that I decide not to use the athletic tape, but I'm going to anyways. So once I peel these parts off, when I put the adhesive on there, I'll lay my patch on there. And then what I'll do is I'm going to prop up this edge. That way the ball can rest. On all the edges. And I'm going to let that sit. Okay, now that I've had this sitting for a little over an hour, she should be good to go. And the outer seal looks pretty good. So I'm going to start applying some athletic tape.